So this is Andrea and I, and
Okay.
we are happily in Texas. Then we get some really exciting news that Team Envy, which is the team we used to be on, is starting a content house in LA. And we decide that we are gonna move yet again all the way from Texas to LA so that we could live in this content house. Okay, great. So, who are our other roommates, you may ask? First, we have Code Miko. One second.
I'm very
Zoom stuff is
excited.
blocking my colors. Okay, so here we have Code Miko.
I'm very curious to see how this is gonna go.
This is Code Miko. Now, Code Miko is a very nice lady. She's very smart. She has like this VTuber that she's doing. But she's also living with her boyfriend who lived in her closet. And Code Miko was a workaholic, so here she's tired. She has eye bags under her face. So basically, she never really left her room. This is her room, and this is where she stayed inside.
You gotta show the kitchen that they built.
I will. That being said, again, Code Miko was very smart, always coding, so I'm giving her a really big brain.
And now her work-life balance is better, and it's different.
Roommate number 2 was our friend Minx. Here is Minx, also with purple hair, a lot of purple hair in the house. Now, Minx had moved all the way from Ireland, boom, to live in the content house. Minx also had 2 cats. So my favorite question for people is guess how many cats you think we have in our house? Over, under 5. And people would usually get it wrong. So we actually had 6 cats living in the house. Wait. Yeah, no, we had 6 cats living in the house at the time. And you know, at the start, everything was going really well. We had our fun little girl gang, and we were gonna see how everything was gonna be. So, Andrea and I are in the content house, and we're like, oh, you know, this is Andrea and I. We're both excited. Look at us smiling. Just excited for all of the adventures to come. Week 1. Okay,
I'm
so what
excited.
happens week 1? Well, we start to get to know our roommates a little bit better. Code Miko, on her first stream on week 1, she got a little bit thirsty. And you know what she decided to drink out of?
The bidet.
The bidet. So here is Code Miko, thirsty, and she's drinking out of the bidet on stream, running around the house in her bikini, which she has a very nice figure, so you know, the viewers were very happy. And we're like, okay, that's an interesting adventure. Meanwhile, in the backyard, we had a hot tub, and we had Mia Malkova staying over. I'll try to make it representative. Very, you know, beautiful, curvy woman in our backyard. And she was hanging out with Minx, who was also in the hot tub. Again, this was on our first week. No, I had no idea what was going on. And what were they doing? Well, they were drinking alcohol. And you might think, oh, that's a normal thing to do in the hot tub. Well, sort of. The way they were drinking it is Minx would drink it out of Mia Malkova's mouth. Mia would spit into Minx's mouth, and Mia would drink it. So this is Andrea and I thinking, what the hell have we signed ourselves up for? We are just little chess streamers. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. That being said, we're in a content house and the views were going up. Our house
I wanted to
was
draw
right
the
up
house.
here. This is our house. It was like one of those gaudy vertical mansions that was way up there. It was by the Hollywood Reservoir, which was really beautiful, and we lived next to what used to be the old Hype House, okay? Now, to get to this house, you had to go through like the windiest of roads, okay? It was so windy, it was really hard to get people to come there. So this is the road. But you know what it was even more difficult for? Andrea, who would drive our little car. This is Andrea driving. Now, Andrea hit literally every single trash can in the neighborhood. I'm not kidding you. The car was in perfect shape before we moved there, and after we moved there, there were scratches and bumps everywhere. And every time I'd ask Andrea, she would say something like, "It's not my fault. The roads are so tight. I couldn't see it." And she hit every single trash can, okay? Every single trash can. Andrea driving on Lake, like, no. But I've never seen anybody hit as much as Andrea did.
It was a windy road, chat. Fine. It was a windy road.
It was a windy road. Yes.
It was very windy.
We used to live in the garage, okay? So the garage was also where our stream room was.
Uh-oh, we lost Alex. Sorry. It's DJing.
Yeah.
She's back.
Okay, so this was our stream room. And our stream room also happened to be in the garage. Now, what did my sweet, sweet sister do? Well, one day she was with the car. This is Andrea driving in the car. And boom, she hit the garage and made a huge crack.
Living in the garage in a mansion. Yes, exactly.
Yes. So she made a huge crack.
That's funny.
Now, who liked that crack? The mice. The mice were very happy. So all of a sudden, we had a lot of mice in the stream room. Everywhere in our stream room, there were mouse droppings and bugs, dead bugs. So we had mice everywhere.
It's really the hottest place in town, you know? Yep.
Okay. Now, the other problem is we had 6 cats. Once again, I'm going to keep coming back to the amount of cats we had. And we had a lot of windows, and we had a lot of cats in and out of the house.
Oh, no. I totally forgot about this.
Now, the problem is that Minx's cats would always somehow sneak out outside, okay? And Minx loved her cats more than anybody else. That being said, every time Minx lost her cats, she would go into a rage of fury onto everyone, including my boyfriend who was visiting.
Oh, this is my favorite. Boyfriend. This is my favorite
my
story.
boyfriend would just stay in my room, and he said he was, at some points, he was living with us for 3 months, and he would just try to hide in my room because he felt like he was going crazy living in a house with 4 women and 6 cats. He told me that once he accidentally lived with drug dealers, and they were much cleaner and less crazy than we were, and I said, "Sorry, babe, I feel you." Now, Minx decided one day to get upset at him, and she said, "I will kill you."
She did threaten to kill him because he let her cat outside, which I think was a very valid response.
And that's why he wears a mask.
And that's why they didn't get along.
Anyway, and then he told me, he's like, "Hey, your roommate threatened to kill me," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, that's how she is. But you know, it's just because she really loves her cats." So we ended up all having a big discussion, and ultimately we actually did all work it out. We understood that she was just really stressed because her cats were leaving.
Keep up. So
I'm trying, just be slow.
All right. So I'm gonna go to where the NV house ended, and we were moving out, which means we tried to take possibly every single thing we could take because it was all going to waste anyways. So we're there on moving days. We're all going our separate ways. Some of us are staying in LA. Some of us are moving on to new things, and Alex and I are ready for a new chapter in our lives. Initially, we threw this big going away party because we were moving to New York. So we threw a giant party with thousands, hundreds of, come on sister, keep up.
There was not that many people.
Giant, cool party, lots of people. Everyone loved it. Yes, Vila did get all the Valkyrie merch.
He did.
And Alex and I were ready to move to New York. So we had
everybody was so sad that we're leaving. Actually, most of our friends didn't show up, so we got to know who the real friends were.
No, everyone. I did skip chess boxing because that was more personal. Control, just delete the
select all. Okay.
So we're touring houses, and we find this really weird house. Just draw any weird house. You know, it kind of reminds you of your grandparents' house. Like, it looks kind of like an old retired couple would live in it. But, you know...
But it was a very good price and a very good location.
You and your sister find the house quite charming. And, you know, you want to make it work. Your sister is gonna turn one of the rooms into her closet because you get the big room. We're gonna turn
Because
the
my
kitchen into
room
a
doesn't
stream
have a closet
room.
and it's too small. So somebody had to take 2 small rooms, and the other person got 1 big room.
And we're like, yeah. And we have all these big aspirations of making a cool house and hosting dinner parties and really we actually said we were going to host a lot of parties and even a housewarming party.
We still haven't had a housewarming party.
And none of those things happened. So
but
now
we did get something else important, which I think you should mention in the story.
Right, we got a bird. So instead of my DJ room became my bedroom. The gym, we didn't quite have room. The friends never came because our kitchen is weird and our pantry has a mold in it. So now, if you can clear the page, can you just draw one lonely sister with the bird and the other one in New York to take us where we are?
I don't think that's accurate.
Well, just to take us to present day. So,
sure.
We had all these dreams. And now this is where we are in present day. It is me in our weird house with the bird, and my sister in New York. And this is the end.